Several things at York House have really prepared me, I think, for university. One has been just with academics. I mean, you have such small classrooms and you have such a close relationship with your teachers that they're really able to develop a learning plan for you and understand how you learn. And that you really learn how to maintain a balance, and you learn time management, you learn more about yourself. And so I think that just the vast activities that we have at York House really teaches you and prepares you for university.
I think York House caters very specifically to each girl. I have been running the Model UN Club for the grade 8s and 9s for the past 2 years, and I think that's really helped me not only learn about myself, but also learn how to interact with adults and run a program so that people can learn things. And I think that that's really going to help me in the future with if I have a job that needs that, or just in university being able to work in a group.
Humanities courses, along with the teachers who taught those courses, were just so helpful and encouraging, and Mr. Annie as well just helped put together course schedules for me that really were catered to what I was interested in, and I knew that I wanted to go along the arts humanities path since grade 9 or 10.
We were very well prepared for university admissions. We started thinking about which university we wanted to go to at the end of grade 10, beginning of grade 11, and so I felt very well prepared. Of course it was difficult knowing exactly where you wanted to go and which kind of path would be best for you.
What I liked about the university admissions process was that Mr. Annie was really there for us, not to look for the most prestigious program or the most prestigious thing for us to pursue in the classes. She was really interested in us pursuing our own passions, and so you would only take a class if you were interested in it. Of course there were prerequisites, but the emphasis was really finding the perfect program for you. And so since we do have a really small school, it was great to meet with Ms. Arani on a regular basis, and so she really gets to know you and gets to know how best to advise you.
I applied only to Canadian universities, and there were some points that were stressful, but Mr. Annie was there the whole time, and she was really good about helping me with deadlines, just making sure that everything was in on time, because I'm not necessarily the most organized when it comes to filling out numerous forms.
York House had arranged a few university sessions, so universities would come to the school either in the evening or at a lunch break and present the university to us. I found that very helpful. I would not have been able to do the university process without Ms. Arani. She was absolutely amazing. Her office was always stocked, plenty of brochures, always knew where I could find information. She was always there when I needed her. She provided so much encouragement, so much support. No university was out of bounds. No university was too difficult for us to get into. She was so encouraging of any decision.
I ended up deciding about McGill because I went to McGill on a school field trip. When I was younger, I was involved in debating, and there was a tournament at McGill that I went to when I was in grade 8, and I just fell in love with McGill when I got there. It was a gorgeous campus. We went in late October, and it was just, the leaves were changing, and I just saw everybody, and I thought, this is exactly where I want to be. And it just so happened that Miss Irani was on that trip with us, so I told her that, and she, for the next 4 years, reminded me about all the things that I need to do to get into McGill, and when McGill reps came to visit the school, she kept me involved. Even when I was in grade 9 and that wasn't really something that grade 9s were thinking about, she made sure to keep me interested and just give me all the information that I needed and that I wanted from her about McGill.
I applied to Western, Queen's, Concordia, Ryerson as well. It took actually a long time to make that decision. I was really in a toss-up between Queen's and McGill, and my parents sent me by myself over spring break to go and stay with different friends at Queen's and McGill, and just sort of get a feel for both places. And I thought it was going to be really apparent at first when I went, but it wasn't, and they were both so different, but I loved the feel of both.
I chose St Andrews, and I think it was a combination of things. I think it was that York House had provided such a well-rounded education, and that was really important for the university, for St Andrews. They weren't looking at someone who was purely academic, they were looking at someone who could be challenged by different things and enjoy different things and have a well-rounded life. So York House allowed me to do music, it allowed me to do sport and also excel in my academics, and that's exactly what they were looking for.